Yo, what is happening, all my lovely grommets? My name is Rhino Gaming, and I'm back for another Fortnite video. And yes, Fortnite is back with another update. So it only feels like last week when we got Chapter 2 Season 3 update. Well, it was 2 weeks ago, but feels like a week ago. And of course, we have another big update. So yeah, I know we did get a Volume 13.10 update, but it didn't feature any leaks. It didn't really feature very much in terms of content and cosmetics. So today, just skipped straight over to Volume 13.20, I guess, in a way. And of course, along with this update came with some leaks, and there are a lot of leaked items here. I'm assuming because we're approaching summer, or at least up in the States, because I'm down in Australia, down under, we're getting another 14 days of summer-like thing that we got last year. I believe we're getting some new challenges, and of course, that brings us new cosmetics. And some of these cosmetics are themed towards summer. We got some new styles for some already existing skins, which are really cool. For Mesmer, Sunbird, Sledge, whoever cares about that skin, still hate it. Heist, and Bushranger, finally. And of course, we got a lot of other leaked stuff. So, of course, in this video, we are going to be ranking all of them. So, the skins, backblings, pickaxes, and gliders. And before we get started, if you guys want to support me, don't forget to use my creator code, RhinoGamingYT. It only takes you a few seconds if you really want to support me. If you don't want to use my creator code or you want to support someone else, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're using somebody. But also, if you do want to support me, make sure to leave a like on this video, comment, tell me what you think. And until then, let's get started with the list. At the number 12 spot for the skins, we have Ladder. And this skin is, yes, it's a female Guaco, and I do not know a single person who asked for a female version of Guaco. Guaco is just a skin that reminds me so much of that terrible event we had with Taco Time, Greasy Grove, something that I've almost can't forgive Epic on because of how bad it was, and the skin just reminds me so much of it, and I don't even really like it that much, to be honest with you. This skin, again, like Guaco, does not come with a backbling, but at least it's cheaper than Guaco. It's uncommon instead of rare, which is fine. And it is a little better than Guaco, but still, why are we getting it this time? Does that prove that the Greasy event's coming back? I certainly hope not, because it was horrible. And if not, then why did they throw the skin in? Why did they have to throw in a female version that nobody asked for? I don't know. Alright, so coming in at the number 11 spot, we have Bryce 3000. And this, I think it's a robot DJ. He definitely gives me some vibes of DJ as well as some Daft Punk vibes because he's a robot, he's anonymous. I like some of the colors he's got. I like the green hair. I think the bow tie is actually pretty interesting, and he is a pretty slim skin, so I guess he might be like the Hugo of this update where I didn't really like him when the first came out. I'm not crazy about this skin at the moment, and maybe it'll grow on me, because it is quite slim, and it's got some interesting colors and an interesting theme. It's another DJ skin, but it's no DJ Yonder or anything like that. He's metallic. It's either a guy in a metal suit or it's a robot. No, I think it's a robot. What am I saying? He is a robot, and I don't typically use robot skins anymore, so I don't think I'm going to pick this one up. Alright, coming at the number 10 spot, we have Comfy Chomps, and this is a skin. This is a guy essentially wearing some kind of shark onesie, and I gotta say, I like the idea. Very, very well executed for this theme of this season, that we have sharks, and we're getting onesie skins in them. The color scheme's kind of boring, yeah, and I don't think I'd use these that much, but for what they are, I think they're pretty cool, pretty cute, and I say they, because at the number 9 spot, we have Cozy Chomps, the female version, and again, I just think these skins, they got a pretty cool theme, they go well with this season's theme of sharks, and I think they did a pretty good job of them, and the difference between these two is Cozy Chomps actually has a tail. She has an edit style where you can either have the tail on or you can take it off. And the tail does add a bit more detail, but it is a bit obnoxious. But I don't understand, why doesn't the male version have it? He does not have a style, whereas the female version does. It just doesn't make sense. Like, they're both very similar. It doesn't really matter between me and male and female, but people typically prefer female skins, excuse me. So why do they give the female more? But unless the backblings are different, which we'll get to in a minute, I don't see why you would buy the male over the female when the female has a little bit more going on with her. But still, I think these are both pretty cool skins. At the number 8 spot, we have Surf Witch. And this, yes, you guessed it, it's a summer version of Haze. And I gotta say, I think the second style actually looks not bad. When it comes to Haze, I do like the skin. I think it's a pretty good skin. It's just there's something missing with her. There's not much going on with her. I mean, that's not always a bad thing, but I don't know. But it's the second style of Haze that the horns just look disgusting coming out of her forehead. Whereas this one, yeah, still not a huge fan of the horns, but they look more thin. They don't look as cheap. They look more realistic, or not realistic, not lifelike, because that would be even worse, but still, they're quite thin, they're not as bad, and I think they did do a good job at the skin in terms of giving some Haze some more character, Haze another side. It's kind of like the Beach Bomber situation where it's just another reskin of another skin. At least it got 2 edit styles, but for what it is, I do think it's pretty good, but I don't know if I'd go as far to say it's better than Haze just yet. At the number 7 spot, we have Safari, and this is just, it's very simple. It's nothing crazy about it, nothing too much, but that's what I like about it. It's essentially this girl who looks like she'd be traveling the African savannah, or a tourist. She has a style to take the hat and glasses off, which I think is really cool. She's got some nice shorts going on. She's basically a mixture of Rio Grande and Rustler in a way, but more stripped down and a bit more simple, more casual. I do like it for that, and I like how she has that extra edit style. At the number 6 spot, we have Kyra, and this skin is, I mean, yeah, you might not like it at first, you might think it's ugly. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about that hair color, but besides that, the skin has a very, very nice color scheme. If you guys follow my channel, or if you guys know me, you would know how much I like green and black, especially lime green and black. That's why I love Mesmer, and yes, I love how Mesmer got a new edit style, but that's besides the point. I think this skin, she's got some nice detail in her. She looks very, very clean. She looks kind of like Limelight in a way, or how I like her based off her color scheme with the green and black, but not so much the yellow and not so much the hair. But this one, definitely better. It's nice. I do like it, and I think I will enjoy it. Moving on to the number 5 spot, we have the Dad Bod Jonesy, aka Fat Thor. That's what it is. And it looks like Jonesy has let himself go a little bit. He's stepped out of the scuba diving suit, and he's just retired. He's become someone who just sits down on the couch eating chips, and he's gone on vacation. He's still got some shotgun bullets on his wrist, like he's got a freaking beer belly. And all that, I think it's actually, it's pretty cool, actually. I gotta admit, I love the theme of he's going for. So I know they've been doing Jonesy quite a lot here, but I'm fine with that. Giving Jonesy different personalities, different personas, not just simply reskinning the simple Jonesy skin. They actually give him another character, and I think this is actually pretty funny, and I actually really like it. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have the Dark Heart, and this, call it what you want, call it a dark version of the Stoneheart or a female Fallen Love Ranger. I think it looks pretty cool. It's not very original, but for what it is, I think in grey and purple, it looks so good. I think it's better than Stoneheart, excuse me. And I already thought Fallen Love Ranger is the best Love Ranger, but I think she's better than Fallen Love Ranger too. The one issue really is the fact she's part of the Dark series, whereas Fallen Love Ranger isn't. So do they make Fallen Love Ranger Dark series skin? I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments. But still, I think it's really good, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. The number 3 spot, we have the Rally Raider. And this skin, I think she's some kind of racer. I don't know, but for what it is, I do like it. I like the jacket. I like the color she's got. The hairstyle's interesting. The glasses and the mask. I do like racing-themed skins, and this one definitely looks like one. And I think it looks really cool. And not just simple recycled skin like Slingshot. Maybe not as good as Payback because of her colors, but still, I think it's really good, and I can't wait to use it. The number 2 spot, we have Paw Patroller. And I know what you're thinking. It's a boring choice. Why would I like the skin? True, I can understand that, but for me, I really like golf. I am a fan of golf. I do like the birdie skin, although I don't actually have it. I don't really like the skirt. This skin, however, with the tights, the green top, and still keeping the cap on and the glasses, looks very, very clean. She actually looks like a person who's actually going to go out golfing, more so than Birdie. I think she is 10 times better than Birdie. Again, I love green and black mixed with white. Looks super clean, super realistic to the golf theme, and I really love it, and I can't wait to use it. I've said that a few times, but yeah, I'm very excited for this skin. Even though a lot of people aren't, I really like it. So much better than Birdie, definitely. And moving on to the number 1 spot, we have Starflare. And this is kind of like the Sunset or Underworld, whatever you will, version of Astra. And I think first Astra's blue and black. This one's more orangish red and black, and I think it looks great. I love that color scheme. the animations going on. There's a bit more to it going on. It's not just stars or constellations. It's more kind of like what you'd see on a different planet, I guess. And I think it looks really cool. It gives me Mercury vibes, definitely, as in the planet Mercury. And yeah, I think it's really good. And the number 1 skin. Okay, so now moving on to the backblings. I realize we're up over the 10-minute mark, so we're going to get through this quickly. At the number 10 spot, we have the Gunnysack. And really, how many backwings like this do we need? Just simple satchels with guns or knives in it. I mean, it's fine for what it is, I guess, but still, am I going to use it? Probably not. And the brown's just very boring. But at least it's more saturated, so I'll give it that. Moving on to the number 9 spot, we have the Overbite. And this, it's kind of like a satchel version, a cheaper version, or maybe it's not a cheaper version of the Shark Tank or Bull Shark's back bling, whatever that was called. And I do like the idea of having shark teeth as a bag, but still, probably not my style. And I think the other one is so much better. Moving on to number 8 spot, we have the Impact Green. Not very interesting for a back bling, not so much going on for it, but again, I love the green-black color scheme. I think it looks very clean, and it'll go very well on Mesmer. Moving on to number 7 spot, we have the Weathered Wings. And these, at this point, I'm sort of getting tired of wings. And these ones, they've got a similar shape to another set of wings that we'll get onto in a bit. And, I mean, I like the spikes on the top. They kind of unique in a way, but at the same time, I don't understand what they are. What's with those, like, low saturated colors that's got on them? I don't know. Not really excited for these wings, if I must say. Moving on to number 6, we have the Caparoni. And this, yeah, it's a slice of pizza as a back bling. Unlike the cheesy back bling, which is a slice of cheese with a gold edit style, this one is an actual slice of pepperoni or Caparoni pizza. And I think it's going to be free for the challenges. There's going to be a set of challenges, and this is going to be one of the free rewards. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty funny, and I do like it. Moving on to number 5, so we have the Boombox 3000, and this is the Boombox for the Bryce 3000 skin, and it's got, I mean, yeah, we already have a Boombox backbling, which is for the Mullet Marauder skin, but I think this one, it looks more like a DJ's Boombox. I like the color scheme more. I don't think it's as bulky, and I like the detail on it more, so I actually do kind of like this backbling, and I am a fan of music, so I do like it. Moving on to number 4 spot, we have the Heartless Wings, and these are the wings for dark version of the Wings of Love. And I do really like the Wings of Love for their unique shape and how they have that bit of color on the top. I think in some ways they are better than the Love Wings. And these ones, black and purple, sort of like the Fallen Love Wings. Like the Fallen Love Wings, I think they'll be pretty universal. I think the Fallen Love Wings are a little bit less universal than the normal Love Wings. Though the Wings of Love are less universal than the normal Love Wings. If you can find a skin they go well, they look really good on. But I think these ones will be more universal than the simple grey and gold Wings of Love. So I do really like them. Moving on to number 3 spot, we have the Shark's Shawl. And this, it's essentially a stuffed toy shark as a back bling. It looks adorable, and I love it. I love having sharks in this game, and having a toy shark as a back bling I think is really cool. A lot better than the other one. And for my theory, this one's going to come with a male version, because if you're going to make the male version, give the male version a bit less going on with having no edit style, and knowing that most players typically prefer female skins, then you got to give him the better back bling to make him a bit more of a selling point. Because this back bling is definitely a selling point for me. Even though I do kind of like the skins, I think this back bling is just really cool. Moving on to number 2 spot, we have Star Power. And this is the back bling for Summer Haze. And it's basically reminiscent of the star symbol on the normal Hazer shirt. And it looks really nice, I gotta say. It might be a little bulky, sure, but I like how there's different layers of colors in it for a star. It's animated, and it's reactive, and I think it looks nice. But moving on to number 1 spot, we have the Universal Bloom, and this back bling is just beautiful. It's, I don't know, it really reminds me of some kind of dragon flower from another planet. The animation in the middle just looks absolutely stunning, and I love the color scheme and the shape, and I love the Eternal Bloom in the Battle Pass, and I think this is also a great one. Just don't overdo it, please. But still, I'm still going to love it either way. I can't wait for it. Both the back bling and the skin are my favorites of these leaks, so I'm definitely going to be buying the Starflare skin. Alright, now moving on to the pickaxes. So as you will see, there are a lot of dualies here, and yeah, it's already gotten to the point where I'm getting tired of the simple dualies. They're just not as creative. Although there are a couple of dualies here that are actually pretty good. I just think dualies are either hit or miss. They're either just meh, boring, don't care, or if they're unique, they tend to be pretty good. And there are a couple of dualies that are like that, I will admit. So at the number 13 spot, we have the Snacks. And this is just essentially one of these boring dual-wielded pickaxes I was talking about earlier. It's just kind of reminds me of a cheaper version of Serana's dual-wielded pickaxes. They look like they're made of, I don't know, they're a very pale brown color, and I'm not a huge fan of them. And considering the skins they come with and the glider, which we'll get to in a bit, these are very disappointing. Sorry. At the number 12 spot, we have the Shadow Blades, and this is basically the gold reskin. So, in the previous update, we got the ghost versions of Chaos Agent, Wildcard, and Hush. So, all three of those skins are getting a white and gold style for the ghost, and a black and gold style for Shadow, which is sick. And now they have their pickaxes, and this is just the black and gold version of her pickaxes. I'm not sure if they have an edit style yet, but as far as I'm concerned, they're nothing special. I already know what the Silent Strikers are like. They're just a boring pair of knife dualies, and that's exactly what these are. At the number 11 spot, we have the Lil Sweeties. And these are essentially two lollies as dualies, and I'm always a fan of dualies where two different axes, where each hand is a different pickaxe. One is a heart-shaped lolly, and the other is round, and I do like them. I do like that about them. They're just not for me. At the number 10 spot, we have the Weathered Gold, and this, compared to the other golds, it looks like a very cheap gold, a more bronze gold. I'm not sure, and that shape of it is kind of interesting, but at the same time, I'm not crazy about it. At the number 9 spot, we have the Flail Blades, and for knives, these are actually alright. I do kind of like the shape of these, and the chains hanging off at the bottom, but again, not that crazy about them. At the number 8 spot, we have the Mayhem Scythe, and we're getting some good pickaxes here. Yes, this is a gold and black version of the Chaos Scythe, and it might be better than the Chaos Scythe, because I like how it's got the gold oil with the black handle, so it means there's two different colors, whereas the normal Chaos Scythe just has the one single black with a little bit of red. So I do like that. Even though the gold oil texture looks a bit different to how I remember on Chaos Agent, it actually looks better if that's the case, because it looked more like honey on Chaos Agent, but still, I think it's pretty good. I mean, the Chaos Scythe isn't my favorite pickaxe, and I'm not sure if this one's better, but I just think it's pretty good. At the number 7 spot, we have the Block Blades, and again, more knife dualies. So I guess we do have a couple of knife dualies this time, but I like these because they look more like kitchen machetes. I don't think we've got knife dualies that are like this, and I like the green tips. Again, green, lime green, I really like it. At the number 6 spot, we have the Starstruck Axe, and this is essentially a more electronic version of the Starshot pickaxe, or whatever the pickaxe is called that comes with haze, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it's pretty cool. It's just something about it makes it look a little bit cheap, and not in the same way as Haze's pickaxe. In some ways I like it more, in other ways I don't. But regardless, for what it is, it's still pretty cool. At the number 5 spot, we have the Shark Slappers, and I don't know yet if these are like plastic or if they're actual like fish on pickaxes, like with the fresh fish pickaxe for fish stick. But they do look kind of funny. I do like the teeth on them. I like how they have eyes, black and red. I really like that color scheme. And I think these pickaxes will be free, if I had to assume, because we already have pickaxes that go with the shark skin, which is the Snacks, but these ones are so much better. They're more interesting, they're more unique, and they're funnier to me, and they have a better color scheme. At the number 4 spot, we have the Bewitching Blades, and I know these are some more knives, some daggers. They're a recolor of the Cupid's daggers, but I think they're really good. I really like the Cupid's daggers. In terms of knife dualies, they're one of my favorites. And when they're in purple and black, they look so nice, mixed with those little cracks in them, the glyphic style cracks. I think they look very nice indeed. Yes, dualies are being overdone, and the Dark Series may be overdone, but I think they do a good job on this one, even though it's not that hard of a job to pull off. At the number 3 spot, we have the Gold Crow, and this is just a gold crowbar. That's all you need to know. It's very clean, very nice. I love it. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have the Hook Slicer. And in terms of pickaxes that represents a equipment used in sports, this is the perfect one. So I know some of you might look at it and think it's boring, or some of you may like, oh, it's just a bootleg driver. Yes, maybe you could think that, but it's not a bootleg driver. It's another type of club. Instead of a driver, it looks more like an 8-iron. And I love it because of that. It's a little bit bigger. It still looks very, very clean. I do really like the drive for how clean it is, the sound. Despite how sweaty it is, I do like it. But this one could be better than the driver. Again, it's so clean. I love the shape of it. I love the way it looks. Black, grey, and green. Again, with the green, just looks so nice with it. The lime green. The color scheme's just perfect. So clean. and it's basically an iron or a wedge instead of a driver. So I really like how we get that extra option for another golfing club as a pickaxe, and I absolutely love it. But at the number 1 spot, the best pickaxe out of these leaks, we have the 2 scoops, and these are just 2 ice cream scoops with ice cream on them. I love how different sides have different ice cream. One side is vanilla, the one side is chocolate. It would be so cool if when we swing them, they sort of come off of the scoops somehow. I don't know how that would work, but still, it'll be pretty cool because I think these are some, despite the amount of dualies we had, these are easily the most unique ones, the coolest, and the most creative, and I do like them. Alright, so now before we end, we're going to move on to gliders. So there are only 2 gliders here. Normally, either we don't get gliders or we only get 1, but thankfully we have 2 here to rank quickly. I think they're both pretty good. At the number 2 spot, we have the Green Eagle, and this is just a very nice, simple, clean glider. Sure, it's not that much different to other glider designs we've seen, but the color scheme, once again, is just so nice, and I think it's going to look really cool in the sky, like a green constrictor, or eagle, I guess. I don't know. It's not an actual bird, it's robotic, but still, I think it's pretty good. And at the number 1 spot, we have the Sail Shark, and maybe I need to see more from this glider, because it's actually a legendary glider. I don't know if it's better than the Laser Chomp yet, but it seems to be a robotic shark, mixed with an aeroplane, a hammerhead shark, actually, because of the end of it, and I think that's pretty cool. Red and white, I'm not sure if the color scheme's the suitable one, but I still think it looks pretty good, and I'm excited to see what this glider's like in the sky. And that pretty much ends the video. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Again, tell me what you think of this update. Tell me which league skins you like. And stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.